This is Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve Nugent, right here on Sports Radio 1340 WHAP Hopewell.
This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth Nugent.
And the truth will set you free.
He covers everything from high school to the pros and everything in between here in the Tri-Cities. Now, let's go to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line.
That's right, folks. It is just about 6 o'clock here in the Tri-City area. We're at the Fox Sports Studios. This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary. And, Harry, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day outside, and we've had an interesting week together.
Yes, we have. We've, of course, we're going to start with this, on this date that you got right there. And but, like I said, Thursday was fun Thursday, but we'll tell you about that here in just a second. So, on this date, what do you have?
On this day in sports history, in 1909, the National Baseball Commission rules that players that jumped their contracts were to be suspended for 5 years. They didn't used to play around, Steve.
No.
Okay. 1973, Billie Jean King ends Martina Navratilova's 57 straight match wins by beating her 6-7, 7-6, 6-3. That was on this day in 1973. And in 1994, the Chicago White Sox signed, guess who, Steve? 1994.
I can't think right.
Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Signed with the Double-A Birmingham Barons on this day. And last but not least, in 2003, the Cincinnati Reds opened the season with their new ballpark, the Great American Ballpark, but they lost 10-0 to the Pittsburgh Pirates. George H.W. Bush throws out the first pitch, but it took him 2 tries, Steve.
Oh, it did?
It took him 2 tries. He had a Secret Service agent whispered into his ear, and he had a funny look on his face, but he picked his wife up over his head and threw her out on the field.
Oh, yeah, the First Lady.
Yeah, and he was still confused, but the Secret Service agent whispered back in his ear, and he says, "No, you're going to have to go down and throw out the first pitch."
That's our show right there, folks. It's top of the hour at 6 o'clock,
right.
And we got humor.
FCC just called up. We're done.
Yes, yeah, we are. I got one more on this date, since it is NCAA basketball. Back in 2002, the UConn women's basketball team beat Oklahoma 82-70. Huskies concluded a perfect season, 39-0. And Harry, you and I are bowlers, of course, or former bowlers. Back in 2013, Pete Weber ties Earl Anthony by winning his 10th major Professional Bowlers Association title with a 224-179 win over Australian Jason Belmonte, who bowls two-handed bowl. He bowls real well in the Tournament of Champions. How about that?
Hey, I remember watching those guys, and we also have 2 birthdays today.
Oh.
Jack Johnson, the boxer from long time ago, was born in 1878.
Ooh, yeah.
And Gordie Howe, the hockey player, was born in 1928 on this day.
On this day. Of course, on this day is brought to you by Hourglass Realty Group. Of course, Wag will be with us here in the second half of the show. Keith Wagner with Hourglass Realty Group. We'll be talking some realtor stuff. Also, we'll be talking Washington Commanders with him because he is a Commanders fan. So
He's got something to cheer about this year.
Yeah, they played extremely well. And what we talked about a little while ago about what we did this past week, Jeff Butler, who does the play-by-play here for WHAP and Fox Sports Radio, couldn't make the game Thursday night, so we got the call. And, Harry, you and I did it, and it was the first baseball game you've done, and it's the first one I've done in 10 years.
And I tell you, it was a perfect day for baseball. The field was beautiful. The day was beautiful. And what an exciting game.
It was a great game. Now, starting off the game, Hopewell took a 6-0 lead into the 5th inning. And
Kuntz was pitching.
Kuntz had a one-hitter going on. He walked the first batter in the 5th inning, and Coach Capps took him out and put Sims in. and the Royals seemed to score 6 runs in the top of the 5th inning to tie the game 6-6.
It looked bleak.
It looked very bleak at the time. And then at the top of the 6th inning, Prince George scores another run to make it 7-6. So here we go into the bottom of the 6th inning after being up by 6 runs the whole game. And now at the bottom of the 6th inning, we're down by 1. And we needed to score some runs, and the top of the lineup came up, and Harry, it just seemed like it was perfect, at the top of the lineup with Ethan McCumber. He was 5 for 5 for 4 stolen bases as well. Played extremely well.
An amazing game.
And then Kuntz, of course, just not pitching, but also playing second base. They got up, both of them guys got on base, and then Colson McCumber got up and hit it right down the middle across second base, and Warren, the shortstop for Prince George, didn't do the fundamentals and put his glove all the way down in the dirt. He barely put it down there, and the ball rolled right up on it, right into center field, and them 2 runs scored. Hopewell took the lead 8-7, and then Demetrius Sims got up and hit it all one bouncer to the fence. It scored McCumber, with the final score being 11-7, and that's a great comeback. And the big deal about that, Harry, I was very amazed by it too, but that is the first win that Hopewell has against Prince George baseball since 2004.
Well, maybe that's why that crowd was screaming so loud.
Yeah,
the Hopewell crowd was into it.
Yeah, it really, really got exciting. But yeah, congratulations, Coach Cap. He improves to 2-1 on the season. Of course, they're on spring break this week, so they ain't got no games. They don't have any games this week. But the baseball team won 11-7. Also, the boys soccer team, Hopewell Blue Devils, won 2-1, and that's the first time they beat Prince George in a very long time.
Wow! So this week, Hopewell has avenged themselves from Prince George in a big way.
Yeah, in a big way. But Prince George did come back, and the Lady Royals beat Hopewell Lady Blue Devils 18-0. And Hopewell's softball team falls to 0-3 on the season. And their next game will be next Tuesday, and all of them will be playing at Dinwiddie. So that's update that there. But while we're talking about baseball, Harry, let's stay on that theme. Like I said, if you're just joining us, feel free to call us at 804-458-WHAP. That's 458-9427. I got some allergies going on today, too. Excuse me.
That pollen is out there.
That pollen is out there. And let's talk about the New York Yankees for a quick second. They are 3-0. Like I said, we were there Thursday for calling the game there at Forest Glass Field for Hopewell, and that was opening day in Major League Baseball. Orioles won that first game 12-2 and put up 6 runs. The Orioles are playing right now, too, as well, and we'll try to get you a scoring update. Well, that might be over with because last I saw it, it was in the 8th inning. But I will check that score for you here very shortly and see. It looks like we won 8-5. Baltimore won today 8-5 over the Boston Red Sox. That's going to improve their record to 3-2 overall, and they're still on a game and a half behind the New York Yankees. Now, speaking of the Yankees, Harry, we were talking at our production meeting just a little while ago that the Yankees put up 3 pitches, 3 home runs Saturday.
On the first 3 pitches
of the game,
3 different batters hit a home run.
And they had 7 home runs in the first 4 innings, and that set a record.
Wow. But it's almost like a waste with nobody on the bags, you know it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're exactly right. But they're playing extremely well. Leading the East is New York. The Central is Cleveland. They're 2-1. The West is Texas, and that's the American League. For the National League, you got Miami atop 3-1. And you got the Central is St. Louis. They're undefeated, 3-0. And Los Angeles is 5-0. The Dodgers are 5-0. The defending champions are 5-0 to start the season, Harry.
Well, they're dodging defeat.
that they are. It is just about 9 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock, and we appreciate you joining us. Like I said, Keith Wagner will be with us at 6:35. And like I said, feel free to give us a call if you want, 804-458-9427. Or if you have my phone number, feel free to text me and with your questions or statements, and we'll get that on for you as well. So we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we're going to talk NCAA basketball. And if you follow our Facebook page, you've seen I put a post up today about Mr. Harry Clary. And that just shows you right there he knows basketball. He picked all 4 1 teams, and for the first time since 2008, all 4 1 seeds made the Final Four.
And that was the only time that this ever happened was 2008. So it was a pretty typical thing I did, but got lucky this time.
Yeah, and like I said, you got Auburn winning. We'll go through that in the next segment and go over our brackets, and we'll tell you who we think is going to win the national championship this time next Monday. The national championship.
It's always on Monday night.
Yep, so we'll preview that next Monday as well. With that, we're going to take a break. You're listening to The Bottom Line right here on WHAP, The Point.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steaks, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Hello, Blue Devil fans. Ligon Jones Insurance is proud to support HHS student athletes. Now more than ever, people are realizing the importance of having a local agent to talk to for all their insurance needs, and we are ready to help. In many situations, Ligon Jones Insurance can offer you better coverage at a better price and include knowledge and service from agents with almost 100 years of combined experience. Located in downtown Hopewell, call us today at 804-458-8522. Visit our website at www.ligonjones.com or reach out via Facebook and see why we continue to grow each and every year with your support. Go Big Blue.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
doTERRA, where wellness meets nature. From immune-boosting On Guard to invigorating peppermint, along with everything in between. Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth?
Now let's get back to Steve the Truth with the bottom line.
That's what I said.
All right, we're back here with the bottom line. I am Steve the Truth alongside of Harry Clary. And we want to thank you for tuning in right here on Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM and 96.9 FM. And Harry, the last segment we talked about Hopewell High School baseball, soccer, all their sports they got going on right now. And like I said, they're on spring break, so we hope everybody enjoys their spring break. And the next segment coming up, we'll have Keith Wagner here with Hourglass Realty Group. He'll be here visiting us in studio. Now, over the weekend, Harry, since Thursday, the NCAA basketball tournament, of course, we picked all our brackets on air the other day, 2 weeks ago, matter of fact. And
it's a shame you can't pick them as you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to pick them all before it even starts. That makes it way harder.
And you did a fine job. The East Region Finals with Duke and Alabama was Saturday. Duke with a 85-65 win. The game before that, Alabama shot 51% from three-point line and only shot 25% against Duke and lost by 20.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then in the South Region, in Atlanta, it was Auburn 70 over Michigan State. That game was yesterday. And that's
Michigan
Auburn.
State looked tough. They had great defense.
Yeah, and of course you did pick Auburn to win the whole thing, and they're sitting pretty. And
Broom is a great player.
Well, it's between him and Cooper Flagg on the Player of the Year. It's going to be. I'm pretty sure Cooper's going to win it.
Yeah, he's a great player also.
The Midwest region was Indianapolis Sunday, and Houston just demolished Tennessee, and it wasn't even close. I was, like I said, doing yard work and had the TV on the porch, and
it stayed like a 10-point lead for the whole second half.
Yeah.
I mean, it fluctuated a little bit. I mean, Tennessee looked tough, but
they started 0-14 from three-point line.
Wow.
And it was 23-8.
They just didn't have a good day.
No, they just couldn't do it. And then, they haven't been to the Final Four, and it's back-to-back years they have made it to the Elite Eight. And that's in Indianapolis, where the finals will be held next year in Indianapolis. And the West region is San Francisco. That was Saturday. Florida defeated Texas Tech 84-79. And Harry, Texas Tech was up by 13 with 5 minutes left.
I know.
And came up a little short, 84-79. And then the Final Four is this Saturday. First game is going to be Florida versus Auburn, both number 1 seeds. And the tip-off is at 6:09. Then we got Houston versus Duke at 8:49 Saturday night. Now, that Houston and Duke, let me get your thoughts on that, the way Houston looked yesterday. And like I said, any 4 of these teams could win this championship.
Well, it's a typical thing to say, Steve, but these teams are all ranked number 1, and they've won all the way to this point. So it looks like we have the best teams in there. There's no real controversy that someone else should be in there now.
Yeah, my bracket, I had Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Tennessee in the Final Four. And then, of course, Tennessee.
So you got 3 out of 4.
I got 3 out of 4.
Well, Steve, I was listening to a sports show, and some of those guys didn't get any. And some of them only got 1 or 2. So, hey, we should do a sports show, you and I, since we did better than them.
Do it on Mondays, like at 6 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should start doing that.
Yep. And I got Duke winning everything. You have Auburn winning everything.
Well, we got a 50-50 there. Mm-hmm. Well, actually 25-25.
So hopefully both Duke and Auburn will make the finals next Monday night, and we'll find out who wins.
Well, that's why they play the games.
Yeah, I'm going to slide this in here. Like I said, I really want to say a special thanks to our sponsors. Of course, Harry, today marks 1 month. We've been back with WHAP, The Point, and Fox Sports Radio doing our sports show, and we can't do it without our sponsors, of course. K&L Barbecue, where friends meet to eat, located right there, 1410 Maple Street. Tucker's Towing Service, give them a call. They're located right there on Route 10 for your service any time of day. They'll got you covered. Car Brothers, where you and I will be at the next hour. Every Monday after the show, we go to Car Brothers. If you want to come out and hang out with us sometimes, you're more than welcome to. Car Brothers right there. And, of course, Tony's Oily World is a proud sponsor, too, and we do an oil of the week. And Harry will read that off at the next break on that. And, of course, Hourglass Realty Group, which is Keith Wagner and Mandy Williams. Keith Wagner will be with us today in the second half of the show. And then Ligon Jones Insurance, Andy Clark. Of course, he's been a sponsor of ours, Harry, since we were back in August 2008 when we were on the radio.
Yeah, He looks like a pretty strong guy, like he played sports, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely he's a very good fisherman. If you ever go, whenever you get a chance, you want an insurance quote, go down and check him out there on Prince George 156, and check out all his plaques he has up of citations of fish that he caught and this, that, and he saltwater fishes.
I caught a fish so big one time the picture weighed 5 pounds.
That's a pretty big fish.
Yeah.
But I do want to thank our sponsors. Of course, they give us the opportunity to do what we do. And special shout out to Glenn Thomas, the station manager, for helping us out, get started, get back in here. Still working on a couple of things, but we're slowly getting there, Harry.
It's been a lot of fun so far, and I know it's going to be even more fun as we go.
Yeah. It was something else I wanted to bring up. In the major leagues, when I mentioned that the Yankees hit the 3 pitches consecutively
with those new bats,
with the new bats that Glenn texted us about, I saw that too. And some of them bats, it's kind of hard to miss if that bat is that round, but they said it's legal.
Right. I'm sure they met up to the specs because don't things get inspected before they bring it into the game?
Yes, they do. Yeah. Now, the odd thing about Saturdays was Milwaukee's pitcher, Nestor Cortez, had a return to the Yankee Stadium to forget on Saturday, a day after Cortez reflected on allowing 5 runs to the New York Yankees franchise record 9 home runs and lasting only 2+ innings and a 20-9 loss. He said, it's not a good feeling. So obviously didn't go the way I planned it. And like I said, the bats for the New York Yankees, they're the story of the Major League Baseball right now.
Right. It used to be corking bats and also pine tar on the bats. Do you remember those 2 controversies?
Yeah, Kansas City.
Brett.
Yeah.
George Brett.
He was
Mr. Pine Tar.
Yes, he was. Now, the stat of the day, Harry, we will stick with baseball. After striking out 2 more times on Saturday, Boston Red Sox designated hitter Rafael Devers became the first major leaguer to strike out 12 times in a season's first 4 games. That's the latest mark of futility came a day after he became the first big leaguer to be fanned 10 times in the first 3 games.
Wow, now he's going to be a designated bench warmer if he doesn't change it around.
You're exactly right. He needs to get in the groove. It's still early, but like I said, earlier I went through the American League and the National League, and to games today, Boston, the Orioles won today over Boston 8-5 to improve to 3-2. Other games that's being played, the White Sox won today over Minnesota, and tonight it's Seattle and Detroit at 9:40. That gets you caught up on your Major League Baseball. We did Hopewell Blue Devil Sports recap on that as well. So we're just matriculating right on down through here, Harry.
That's right, Hank Stram.
And then just want to throw this little note in there. If you are on social media, go to Facebook, go to the Bottom Line Sports Talk Show, and like it, and you'll see a video we had last week. We had Tobias Taylor with the Carolina Cobras, who was 2 weeks ago the player of the week, scoring 3 touchdowns for them. He also did it again this past Friday night, and I shared the videos and the highlights on that. So if you get a chance, or if you want to check out Steve Nugent, check me out there and send me a friend request as well. And of course, staying right here in the state of Virginia, yesterday's NASCAR, the Cookout 400 was at Martinsville Speedway. Denny Hamlin took the victory, which was close. It was a fun race to watch. I enjoyed it. I sat there on the back porch and watched it yesterday. Denny Hamlin was first. Christopher Bell was second. Bubba Wallace was third. Chase Elliott, who I root for, finished fourth. And Kyle Larson finished fifth. Ross Chastain finished sixth. And I say that just because if you get a chance, check out the Hopewell Moose Lodge. Moose sponsors Ross Chastain's car, so if you get a chance, go down and check out the Hopewell Moose Lodge. They got a lot of stuff to offer. All right, here we go. Sports on TV tonight. Of course, right now, Harry, we got the first round of college basketball crown. First round. Starting tonight, well, it started at 5:30. Game started at 5:30. George Washington versus Boise State. All these games are on FS1. And at 8:30, it's Nebraska and Arizona State. And at 11 o'clock, it is Washington State taking on Georgetown. So with that, we're going to take a break, Harry, moving right along. When we come back, we should have our guests showing up here very shortly. Keith Wagner will be with us with Hourglass Realty Group right here on WHAP, The Point.
Car Brothers located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Car Brothers.
Hello, Blue Devil fans. Ligon Jones Insurance is proud to support HHS student athletes. Now more than ever, people are realizing the importance of having a local agent to talk to for all their insurance needs, and we are ready to help. In many situations, Ligon Jones Insurance can offer you better coverage at a better price and include knowledge and service from agents with almost 100 years of combined experience. Located in downtown Hopewell, call us today at 804-458-8522. Visit our website at www.ligonjones.com or reach out via Facebook and see why we continue to grow each and every year with your support. Go Big Blue.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steaks, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
911 is the number that can save civilians' lives. 1-800-COP-LINE is the number that can save yours. Did you know more cops die by suicide than in the line of duty? Talk to a cop who cares. Call 1-800-COP-LINE or visit VAFirstResponderWellness.org. The life you save could be your own. Paid for by the Virginia Department of Criminal Justice Services.
doTERRA, where wellness meets nature. From immune-boosting On Guard to invigorating peppermint, along with everything in between. Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth?
Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the bottom line.
That's what I said.
That's what I said. We're right here at the bottom line with Steve the Truth featuring Harry Clary. It is just about the bottom of the hour of 6:30 right here at the Fox Sports Studios. And joining me right now is the one, the only Keith Wagner, representing Hourglass Realty Group, a proud sponsor of the Bottom Line with Steve the Truth featuring Harry Clary. How you doing, big guy?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I am doing great, man. It's a Monday afternoon. Besides these allergies, man, everything else is well.
I feel you. I had that last week, but I think I might have it kicked.
Yes.
Finger crossed.
So Hourglass, tell us a little bit about Hourglass Realty Group.
Yeah, so we came up with that brand, my business partner and I, about 5 or 6 years ago. Wanted to kind of go with the self-branding that has kind of trended in the real estate industry over the last 5 to 10 years. So we pondered around and came up with that name and just felt good. So
yeah, in the promo, it's got you and her together have how many years and sold how many houses?
I have been in the business for 18 years. She's had her license for about 4 or 5 now. Started out as my assistant and got her license, pretty quick there. So we're doing good.
All right, it sounds great. Now, reason why you want to come here, of course, you'll be joining us once a month for the next 2 more months as well. You wanted to talk about the National Association of Realtors, the settlement or lawsuit per se. So what you got?
Yeah, I just wanted to briefly, that's still the number one question we seem to be getting asked, not just us, but all realtors out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big change to the industry and what was there forever. So just, short version is a class action lawsuit was filed, and it was settled last fall against the National Association of Realtors. And for the history of real estate, it was always that, when you call and you put your house on the market, that seller would, pay their agent a commission and the buyer agent a commission. The commission amounts were always different. It was no set industry commission. And as a result of the class action lawsuit, that is no longer done through the listing process anymore as far as paying a buyer broker commission. It's fully negotiable in the contract, just like every other term.
So it's not like 10% or 8%. It's whatever you and the person that wants to buy the home or the seller agrees upon.
That's correct, yeah. So let's say you put your house up for sale and somebody comes along to buy it. They're going to ask you to pay most likely a commission to their agent, and then you just negotiate it like you would any other term, like the price and home warranties, etc. So if the difference now is that the buyer legally has to sign that buyer agreement with his or her agent up front before we can legally, as realtors, open up a house. So a lot
and
of
have it in writing is what it says
here.
Yep.
Yes, sir, in writing, with the terms of what it's going to be and so forth. So if a consumer goes out, they've got the buyer agreement with their agent, seller isn't willing to pay the commission that's asked for in the purchase agreement, then that buyer knows that if he or she goes forward, whatever that agreement is, he or she is going to end up paying at closing to their buyer realtor and brokerage. So a little change in the industry. But everything evolves, and so we're getting used to it. So far, us personally, we haven't seen any pushback with it. So and you know what? At the end of the day, disclosure up front is never a bad thing.
Yeah, I was just looking at this. Some practice changes. Sellers, the settlement mandates changes to how members and MLS participates in businesses, including prohibited offers of compensation on the MLS and required written agreements with buyers.
That's correct. So before, if a seller was willing to pay, let's just say, 2% to a buyer agent, that would be in the MLS before. Now that field is completely removed from the MLS, so there is no disclosure up front of what the seller is or isn't willing to pay. It just has to be written in that purchase agreement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and the settlement now, I don't know if that's just right now. I know it's going to, where's the $1 billion coming from so far as the settlement value?
So different brokerages that were part of the class action lawsuit and the National Association of Realtors, they agreed to the terms, and I'm not sure where the distribution as far as the ratios are going to be. So that was strictly between them and certain brokerages that decided to settle.
Yeah, when we talked about you coming on doing this, I was doing some research, and I read that if you sold or bought a home since 2014, some of this settlement could go to them?
Yes, I think it was 2014, but I'm not quite positive about that part of it. But, yeah, so everything was settled, so it protects everybody, going forward.
So moving forward, like I said, currently, like I said, if I wanted to buy a house, I could say, hey, I want you to sell my house for me and get X amount of dollars. All that has to be up front.
Yeah, so if you came to me and wanted us to, list your property, we would talk to you about your property, tell you what we think it would be valued at, market analysis, which we do for free. If you're happy with the market analysis, then we tell you what our commission is that you would pay us. And that's negotiated between you and us as your realtor or whatever realtor you use.
Yeah, if you're just joining us right here on the Bottom Line with Steve DeTruth, featuring Harry Clary, our guest right now is proud sponsor Keith Wagner. I apologize for all this pollen in the air. It's really got me today. Keith Wagner of Hourglass Realty Group, and we're talking NAR, which is National Association of Realtors, and the settlement. And you got some other stuff over there you mentioned it to me about, too, with some grants.
Yeah, so we do have some grants out there. Most of the lenders will have the grants. So, for the first-time home buyer, you have a opportunity to get some free grant monies. We also have some program called Community Partners, which $20,000 for community partners with certain restrictions on your income and so forth. This would be perfect for anyone that's in the medical field, first responders, and even as far as the medical field, it could be a receptionist. It doesn't restrict to just a doctor or nurse.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're in that type of field, you definitely would be, and you've been thinking about it or you've been on the fence, this would be the time to talk to a mortgage lender and see if you qualify for that free grant money, which is a huge asset.
Yeah, what type of house? You got certain houses that you're highlighting right now that y'all up for sale?
We have got 6 new listings coming here in the next 10 days. Right now we just listed one in Hopewell over on New Lincoln Circle. So that is on the market. And we got some commercial up in Emporia. So that's a good ways away, but got a commercial business there.
New Lincoln Circle, is that Atwater Park, Cameron Landing?
That is over there just behind the Patrick Copeland School.
Patrick Copeland. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. I'm not Patrick Copeland, Harry E. James.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yes. Over there. Yep. I knew my job has me all over town.
Right.
So I'm over that way. And then, like I said, I get that mixed up with Cameron's Landing over here off of River Road. I'm trying to say right up the street here from the station.
Right up the street, yeah. Yeah, I actually got a buyer under contract last week for one over there. Got a little bit of Riverview.
Oh, man, that's great.
Yep.
What got you into real estate? Because I know you, just like the rest of us, blue collar, you worked at the plant, everybody did all that good stuff. What got you into real estate?
Yeah, I was at Allied/Honeywell. It was Honeywell when I left, and now it's Advanced 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent 30 years there, and about the last 7 or 8 years, I had tore a rotator in my shoulder and went out on workers' comp. They put me out on the street and said, hey, go home, stay home.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put you on workers' comp. And my attorney here, local attorney here in Hopewell, just, when I was sitting there talking to him, he said, Keith, what do you want to do when you retire? And I said, well, Maze, I got about
win the lottery.
Yeah, I said, I got about 7 more years before I can do that. He said, well, what would you do? And I said, I think I'd want to get my real estate license. So he said, well, you're going to be out of work for a while, go get it. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
So I finished out my 7 years there at the plant and did both, and I hit my retirement point system, and I said, see ya.
Nothing wrong with that. You got any more pinpoints that you want to talk about the settlement before we change gears here and talk about your commanders?
No, that is it. Like I say, if anybody's looking, for some grant money or so forth, just give me a shout. I can lead you to a good lender, and he can tell you all about that and see if you qualify for it, and take advantage of some of that free money while it's here. It's limited to when they run out, so they have a certain allotment, and once it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah, and that's 804-720.
804-712-0188.
I knew it was 0188.
0188.
Yeah, give them a call, 712-0188. Now we're switching gears a little bit. It is about 20 minutes toward the hour of 7 o'clock, and we're Wag, you are a Washington Commanders fan. What's your thoughts? Describe last season in one word.
Shocked. Shocked.
Because that was a great season. I know your quarterback won the Heisman Trophy the year before, and then he came in as a rookie. Now, I really think the key to Washington's success is the coach. I like him very much.
Yeah, I think we finally hit this one good with the coach. We've definitely got an ownership group because there's a group of them that is letting coaches coach and providing what they need to do. And I'm excited. I think the future is headed in a great direction for Washington. And they're always going to be the Redskins for me, but Washington Commanders, Washington football team, Washington Redskins, whatever you want to call them. But I am excited. We have got a great opportunity here.
Yes, I think y'all got a good opportunity to win the East. And just that, what were your thoughts about the Hail Mary against the Chicago Bears?
Yeah, that was a miracle. But I didn't think he had the arm, because the announcers kept saying, he's got to get up about another 5 yards, another couple yards. But he is a rare opportunity that we got a hold of, so I'm excited about it.
Dan Quinn is the coach. I was trying to think of his name.
Yep.
Yeah. But the offensive coordinator too, Quisenberry. I think it's
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, he is really good. I think y'all only gonna have him one more year, and he's gonna go be a head coach somewhere.
That's what I'm thinking too. So we take advantage of it this year would be the best thing to do.
Yeah, let's talk about your quarterback, Jalen. How do you like him?
I like him. He seems to have some very good poise. He doesn't have any, arrogance to him. He just very humble guy. Looks like he came from, a well family and taught him the right thing. And I think the sky is the limit for him.
Yeah, the scouts said they thought he was a little bit small, a little thin, but he seems to be doing his thing.
He seems to do his thing. Yeah. So I don't think he's gonna, trend where RG3, went. I think he's got some intelligence and realizes that, I got to get out of bounds sometimes. So
yeah, instead of getting hit, he did get hit some when he didn't have to.
He took some shots.
Yeah. Now y'all acquired Debo from San Francisco. I think he's going to be a deal breaker. I think he's going to be a big piece of what y'all doing.
I think he is too. I think it's going to be a huge compliment for Terry McLaurin. And I think that's two. They cannot isolate either one of those, the defenses.
And he's going to help with the running game a lot.
Yes.
Because I think Brian, the running back number, what was his name?
5?
Robertson, yeah. He really didn't hold up to what he needed to do, like run downhill like he can.
Yeah. We got to get some help on the O-line, and they've picked up some stuff in the free agency this season. So I think that'll help our running game next year. And then the receivers that we've picked up, I think, will also complement the running game.
Yeah, well, I just got a text. Said, hey, everything's sounding good. Keith sounds really good on the radio.
Oh, wow.
It's my lovely wife.
Oh, we'll tell her I said thank you.
You can tell her she's listening.
Yeah. Thank you there, Angela.
Yeah,
I'll make sure to send you a tip.
That's good. But anything else you got there for Hourglass Realty Group? Like I said, the best way they can get your website.
Yeah, so definitely give us a call at 804-712-0188. Our website is hourglassrealtygroup.com, and our email is hourglassrealtygroup@gmail.com. So you can reach us any one of those three ways, and I will tell you the market is crazy. So after COVID, if you all remember, when people were overpaying for the houses, waiving inspections, multiple offers, we are in that market again. It's not my favorite kind of market, but it's where we're at. So if you're on the fence, I would highly suggest talking to us, or if you have a realtor, talking to them and seeing about what we can do for you now. Because as this market continues this way, sellers are going to continue to have a great market, and the prices are going to go up. So waiting would not be the smart move right now.
I hear you, man. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks again for your sponsorship of Harry and I's show here. And we'll have you again later on in April, toward the end of April.
Yes, no problem at all. It's always a pleasure to help you guys out. I think y'all got a great thing going here, and I enjoy listening to it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, with that, we're going to take a break. It is just about 15 minutes toward the hour of 7 o'clock. When we come back, Harry will be back in studio with me, and we're going to close the show talking sports like we're supposed to. And if Wag wants to hang out, he can stay here with us, too. Should be a lot of fun. You're listening to WHAP. Thanks again for coming.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're listening to WHAP, The Point.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steaks, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Hello, Blue Devil fans. Ligon Jones Insurance is proud to support HHS student athletes. Now more than ever, people are realizing the importance of having a local agent to talk to for all their insurance needs, and we are ready to help. In many situations, Ligon Jones Insurance can offer you better coverage at a better price and include knowledge and service from agents with almost 100 years of combined experience. Located in downtown Hopewell, call us today at 804-458-8522. Visit our website at www.ligonjones.com or reach out via Facebook and see why we continue to grow each and every year with your support. Go Big Blue.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
911, what's your emergency? 911 is the number that can save civilians' lives. 1-800-COP-LINE is the number that can save yours. Did you know more cops die by suicide than in the line of duty? Talk to a cop who cares. Call 1-800-COP-LINE or visit VAFirstResponderWellness.org. The life you save could be your own. Paid for by the Virginia Department of Criminal Justice Services.
doTERRA, where wellness meets nature. From immune-boosting On Guard to invigorating peppermint, along with everything in between. Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
This is Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve Nugent, right here on Sports Radio 1340 WHAP Hopewell.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth?
Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line.
That's what I said.
That's right. That's what I said. It is just about 10 minutes toward the hour of 7 o'clock right here on The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Mr. Harry Clary. Harry, you got the oil of the week.
Yes, we do. The oil of the week is lemon. Looking to brighten your day? Introducing doTERRA Lemon Essential Oil, known for its refreshing aroma. This versatile oil is perfect for cleansing the air and adding to your water for detoxing your organs as it boosts your immune system. Those stubborn stickers on something new, they're gone with just a drop. Test wellness to 804-212-8571 or look for Tony at Carr Brothers for your oily needs. Also, Steve, it looks like Wednesday at 11 a.m. at Carr Brothers, they have Wellness Made Simple class.
Yeah, Tony Carr Hathaway will be doing that class Wednesday at 11 right there at Carr Brothers, and Harry will be at Carr Brothers right after we get off the show.
We will, and neither one of us have any class, so we should be able to come.
Yeah, we should be able to do that. And maybe Wag will go with us this afternoon, too, after the show. I didn't get a chance to check the special out, but Carr Brothers always has a special. And tomorrow, K&L, I think we got spaghetti as a special for tomorrow.
Okay, I might go there.
And please, like I said, I want to thank all our sponsors. And like I said, last segment, Wag being with us from Hourglass Realty Group. And Lees and Jones Insurance, Andy Clark, Carr Brothers, Tony's Oily World, Tucker's Towing. Please give them a call. I know a couple people's already used them from the show. And K&L Barbecue, where friends meet to eat.
That's a good slogan for K&L, because really and truly there's a lot of the Hopewell group that actually just meets there for the social gathering. Of course, the food and service are great.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, we got a text at break. I posted this on our Facebook page about 2 weeks ago, I guess. But the question is from Larry Scares. He said, where do you think Trayvon is going?
Well, they're speculating that it's going to be the Denver Broncos, but of course I think most of the people around here would like to see him go to the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, we interviewed Coach Irby on our very first show back, and yeah, he's a big Commanders fan. He would love to have him in
Isn't
Washington.
Eckler out this year, or is he still there?
No, I think Eckler's left and went somewhere else.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
No, yeah, he's not with Washington anymore. He might be a free agent.
So they'll have Brian Robinson, and Robinson, we know, was shot in the stomach a couple of years ago, made a great recovery.
Yeah, was it in the stomach or his leg? Leg, yeah.
Leg? Okay.
Yeah, but still. Oh, Glenn Thomas said no, Eckler's still there with Washington.
Eckler is still with Washington.
Yeah. They just didn't use him.
They got
very
a crowded
much.
backfield. And I think that's why Robinson didn't do but so well last year, because Eckler got a lot of carries also.
And the mock draft that I posted right here is, Henderson to the Denver Broncos. And a couple people commented on there and said, it'd be great for him to go to Chicago. So that would be they need a running back. And no matter where he goes, I think he's going to be very successful.
Yeah, he has speed, and that's something you can't teach.
Yeah, and then when he did his 40-yard dash at 4.43, Coach Irby said that was without somebody running after him.
I would, and when he was doing that interview, I was going to say it that day, because I've seen Travion running at the defense, and you see two guys, looks like both of them have the angle on them, and he just outruns it.
He just outruns it, yep. And like I said, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. Of course, the Orioles won today. We are the home of the Baltimore Orioles right here on WHAP. They won 8-5, improved to 3-2. Next Monday night, Harry, we got the national championship game, which we'll break down a little bit. Hopefully it'll be Duke and Auburn, where we'll be against one another next Monday night for the championship. What do you think?
Hey, it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, it should be fun. And like I said, all the high school sports are on hold this week because they are on spring break. And Hopewell's next opponent is the Dinwiddie High School. I'm proud of Dinwiddie High, 1990. They're taking at Dinwiddie next Tuesday. Hopewell at Dinwiddie for baseball, soccer, and softball. And Harry, our time is just about up. I just want to touch base. This marks our end of our first month back.
Yeah, that's right. Fourth show.
Fifth show. 5 Mondays in March.
Really?
Yeah.
We have done 5 shows?
Yep.
Wow, that only seems like 4.
Yeah, but we're doing our thing. We're, of course, I hope the listeners bear with us a little bit on technology, but we're slowly getting that done. And we've had good guests out our first month. We had some more great guests I got coming up in the month of April, and then when football season starts, we got the draft coming up. So I got somebody scheduled, just waiting on a call back from them to break down the NFL draft for us, who played in the National Football League.
Yeah, and Steve, I play in 2 fantasy football leagues. You play in about 142.
No, I play in 2 leagues.
Oh, you're down to 2 also?
Yeah,
the same 2 I'm in.
Wag over there said he's in 4.
He's in 4. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we're in the Chuck Chapel League, and we're in the Ronnie Bell League.
Yes, we are. And, boy,
or should I say Dirty Dozen?
That's right. And we have some really good coaches, so we'll have to get some of them on here. And we'll have to get Keith Wagner on here to give some fantasy football tips.
Yeah, give us some advice. And he runs. You do a weekly fantasy thing, don't you, where people can just time in each week? Is that how that is? A betting? How is that?
I do that one. It's just a friends league through FanDuel. So you just pay weekly, and you're not obligated to do it every week. We'd like for you to stay in it every week, just to have the consistency. But yeah, I do that as well.
Yeah, he's into everything. Selling houses, he's doing it all. Well, with that,
I understand with FanDuel that you have a salary cap, that players are worth a certain amount, and you can't go over that amount. Is that right, Keith?
Yes, sir. That is very correct. Yep, they give you a $60,000 salary to pick your lineup. So it's tight. So you can't just stack up with all the great ones. So if you get that top quarterback like a McHolmes or somebody like that, that's going to eat up a big part of your salary. So it's fun. It's something to make watching the game a little more delightful.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to me FanDuel is more about picking the sleepers, because that's what you have to grab in FanDuel to succeed. Of course, in our league, it's just 12 guys, and they're all matching their wits against each other.
And most of the time, I'm got the first or second pick in the league, so my wits ain't very good.
I had a terrible year last year. I came in 4th place in both leagues.
Yeah. Well, hey, stay with us right here on Fox Sports Radio, 1340 AM and 96.9 FM throughout the fall for the National Football League. We'll be able to do fantasy. We'll talk fantasy as well. And today we cover just about everything: NASCAR racing, local sports from Hopewell, NCAA basketball, everything that's happening now. That was the whole purpose of doing this show, is to talk about what's happening right now. Yeah, you and I, Harry, could sit here with Wag and talk pro football for 2 hours.
And that's what most shows do, but we're going to go more with the local scene, and we're going to get a lot of these high school players around here and see if we can get them in here in the studio and interview them. And next thing you know, they'll be radio guys.
That's right. That'll be fun. Well, Keith, thanks so much for joining us here at the studio. And like I said, we thank you again for your support and sponsorship right here on WHAP, The Bottom Line, with Steve the Truth and Harry Clary.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys. You're doing a great job.
Thanks so much. Well, Harry, for that's going to do it for us, my man.
It's time to say goodnight, Steve.
That's right. We'll be back with you next Monday. We're going to break down the NCAA Men's National Championship game, and we got some other guests coming in just waiting on to close up. So for that, I want to thank everybody, WHAP and everything, for listening. This has been The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary right here on WHAP, The Point.
What was I just listening to? You've been listening to Steve the Truth Nugent with The Bottom Line. Big bottom, drive me out of my mind. On Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM.